Alright, so now we're back with another EVE Online video. So basically, yeah, we did that, we did the basic missions last night, and then the server went down. Then we came back on to complete the mission. And then we looked at our training queue, because we wanted to make sure we were training this overnight, because we don't want to train these. So we were thinking too, while we were going to be making this video, we're like, if you were going through these and you were just adding random ships to your training queue, if you were trying to train all these random things, you would not have gotten this far. You wouldn't have been this far in the Caldari frigate and the Caldari destroyer and the Caldari cruiser. And then you would not have been able to fly the Caldari battleship, the battle cruiser tomorrow. Yes, battle cruiser. So let's start learning the battle cruiser today. Once these are done, so all your ship training will be done, and then you could actually start training other things besides ships. So we could right click on the Caldari battle cruiser, view the market details. It was 2.5 million, right? So we have 2.5 million. Even after buying those blueprints and everything, we still have that. So we could buy the Caldari cruiser skill book. We could buy that. And then our industry job is done too, so maybe we could make a whole bunch of ammunition. And then actually in industry, so we just made a bunch of Caldari shuttles just to make something overnight, just to show you that you can make different ships with the blueprints. So now if you go to your inventory, if you go to your ship hangar, it's going to show that you have 5 Caldari shuttles. So you could double click it to assemble one of them. Then we could even start flying in this thing, right? Even though you don't really want to. So if we go to the fitting window, and we go to the stats probably, we could see where's the speed. Well, if we right click it and we show info in the heron, then we go to attributes, then we go down and we see maximum velocity 471. So it's increased because of these things. So it's increased because we put those on our ship. Ship warp speed is 5, and then it can carry like 4. Oh, it can carry less because it this reduces your cargo capacity. So if you wanted to carry more, you wouldn't put these on, right? So if you show info, attributes, velocity modifier, cargo capacity bonus minus 15%. So all of the modules, they give you a bonus to something, like your ship will move faster, but you won't be able to hold as much stuff in your inventory, and it's pretty much the same for a lot of the things. But if we were to go into the shuttle here, if we were to start piling it doesn't actually have any slots, right? You can't actually equip it with anything. Although this is the fastest ship in the game, right? 575, 50. That's without any modifiers. Yeah, and it doesn't really, it has like 10 cargo space. So that's actually really good for bringing blueprints around, because blueprints, they don't weigh anything actually. Or if you were just bringing a really small thing somewhere that didn't weigh anything, that was like worth a whole bunch of money, maybe you'd want to bring it in this instead of something else, because these, if they scan you and you have a bunch of money, or any of these ships, they're going to be able to target you and destroy you quickly. But this one, the signature radius is so small, they might have a hard time targeting you. And then plus, I don't know who's going to destroy a shuttle. Maybe lots of people actually, so so you created 5 different ships. So now if you ever just wanted to leave the station and explore, this would be your fastest method of doing it. If you just wanted to travel somewhere on a really cheap ship, right? The ship only costs like it's only worth 18,000, and then your heron is worth like 310,000. Oh, estimated 12,000. Yeah, but this isn't worth that much. What's the market details on the heron? So does it show the fitting price? Oh, okay. Yeah, the heron's like 10 times as much. And then also we were looking at the other ships, but here we could just put the Caldari thing onto the training queue. So Caldari battle cruiser, we could inject the skill. And then before, when you're looking at the Caldari battleship to see how long it was, you're like, geez, it's going to take 4 days to be able to fly the thing. And then you're not even going to be able to use any of the weapons, right? So now we got the Caldari cruiser. So if we look at these ships, we could look at the price of these ships. You're not going to be able to afford them, right? Because the Drake, it costs 43 million. And then I think the battleships, they cost like 140 million. So 43 million, considering you only have 1 million. You're not going to be able to fly a battleship anytime. Oh, you won't even be able to fly a battle cruiser anytime soon. although the training is done. And then if we go to Battleship, if we were to go to show info, and then requirements, so yeah, it's a lot better. So now we're trained 2 days toward the Battleship. So I guess we haven't been playing too long. I guess we've only been playing for like 2 days, right? Less than 3 days. Yeah, this is just the starting of the 3rd day. Huh, yeah, so we did all this progress in 2 days. Think about that, right? Without even playing too much. We haven't even been online too much. We've just been training everything. So then once Caldari Battle Cruiser is at level 1, maybe you could just stop training ships for a bit and then work on your modules. And then you could have a clear mind knowing that all of your ship skills are trained. And then we can start working on everything besides the ship skills. So ship training is done today. And then we're just going to work on the combat missions. So we could go to the ship hangar. We could go pilot the Heron, because that was the ship we were using for combat missions. Just because we could put the 2 guns on it, and then the salvager if you wanted to salvage the enemies to learn about that. That's why you put that on. So you're not going to salvage anything worth anything from these wrecks, but it does teach you about it. So maybe do try salvaging some of the guys. So advanced military, that's what we're going to do today. We're just going to finish the advanced military, and then all the career agents are done. And then you're going to be completely lost. You're going to have nowhere to go. So clear the area of any hostile vessels. It's the basic combat one. It was pretty long. It was like 45 minutes long, right? So we don't know how long this one's going to be. Hopefully not too long. So we just undock. Yeah, because we just opened the game. We just started the computer. So it seems like every single game has to preload stuff in the morning, or it seems to be a lot quicker the second time you undock. If we just warp to the location, we'll just do a quick thing of the first battle. And then maybe we'll just come back at the battle where the agent tells you to fly to this location and then get your ship destroyed, just so you don't accidentally fly in your Heron. Although, pretty soon we should do an episode about how to replace your ship, right? Because if you're flying your best ship and you lose everything, you won't have your guns, you won't have your ship anymore, you lose all of your modules. You're going to have to figure out how to rebuy your modules and how to refit your ship again. Or even how to build your own modules. Although the only blueprints in this region were the ones that we bought in the last episode. Because just like skills, blueprints are actually sold by vendors in the game. So skills and blueprints will always be on the trading post for forever for the same price. So we just have to come here and destroy one enemy. Oh, we had the antimatter guns. Alright. Yeah, while he's burning away. So we could just go with the iron charges, right? The antimatter is good for close range, and then the iron charges. Oh, we have to stop firing. It's the antimatter, you're going to miss the target. So considering he's such a far range, you could switch the ammo, right? Your antimatter is not going to be able to hit him, but your iron charges, they will hit him. So it's a really good thing about changing your ammo in space. If the enemies are farther or if they're closer, just change your ammo depending what range you need. So these guys are still farther away, so the iron charge would be best for this mission. And then if you fly into a mission where you're just getting surrounded by enemies and they're all within like 5,000 kilometers, then you just right-click the ammunition, and then you say reload antimatter charge. Those are the close-range ammunition. Close range, but they do more damage. Yeah. So we're actually going to have to fly towards the guys, right? Because you do have to be within 21 kilometers to be able to hit the guys. Yeah, see, so these guys, they all came in close range. The other guys, they were long range. So now your iron charges, they will always miss these guys, essentially. So you just switch your ammo to the antimatter charge, and then now you can shoot the enemies, and now you should be able to hit them, right? It's really neat how it works like that with the range of the weapons, because if you're using long-range weapons, and if the enemy's close to you, you're going to miss the enemy. If you're using close-range weapons, and the enemy is far away, you're going to be missing the enemy. So ammunition really does play a huge role in the range of your weapons and determining which type of ammunition you want to use. So that's why we always have 2 ammunition. We have the long-range ammunition and the close-range ammunition. So now let's return to the station and turn in the mission. Alright, so back at the station, we'll probably just turn in the mission, and then we'll probably cut until something interesting happens, or when there's a little bit of information. So it says, frigate explorers to be safe inside your capsule, so just relax. Oh yeah, right here, mission 2, it is right here. So Angel of Mercy, he's going to tell you to fly in there, right? Fly in. This ship is loaded with proximity bombs, so any ship you fly into this mission is going to be destroyed. I think there's another one too, so you could just click on the Griffin. So what is the Griffin? Is it just a frigate or battle cruiser or what? Kaldari frigate. Alright. Cool. So what are the attributes? What's the fitting on this ship? You're going to be destroying this ship right away, right? So don't get too attached to it. He just gives you this ship and then he tells you to go destroy this ship. So he's just loading you with proximity mines. He's just going to say, we found a pirate base inside Kaldari's base. We have loaded this spaceship with proximity mines. If you just wanted to go drive it up to the pirates' hideout and then destroy the ship with all the proximity mines and blow everything up, that would be amazing. So that's actually what this mission is. So don't fly in your heron will be destroyed, and then you have to watch the video later where we say how to replace your ship. Although we haven't made that video yet, because hopefully you haven't actually lost your ship yet. So then we'll just go through the acceleration gate, and then maybe we'll just record this because it isn't too long of a mission. Yeah, so this ship's pretty cool. So there's so many different ships in the game. This is just another one of the smaller frigate ships. So you can see there's the station right there. All you have to do is double click the station. Then you should start approaching it. There we go. Yeah, approaching the station. So we didn't equip this ship with any modules or anything, so we don't really lose anything. Basically, when you get within range, there's going to be huge explosions. The starbase is going to be destroyed. You're going to be destroyed, and then you're going to be safe in your capsule. So I guess this shows you the first time you actually kind of lose a ship and then you're out in space in your capsule. You don't feel so safe in your ship. Although it's alright to be in your capsule, the pirates, they actually won't shoot you when your ship has been destroyed. But then you'll all be stuck in space, right? You're going to have to find somewhere to dock, and then you're going to have to get a new ship. So capsule ejected. So there we go. Your ship has been destroyed, and then this tower should be destroyed. Oh, even the pirates are destroyed too. Yep. So it's just a suicide mission with the ship, and then we could watch all the explosions, and then we could go dock. It's the only station. Wow, everything is so bright. It's like a supernova. Whoa, geez, another explosion. Holy. That's why it's good to sit here and watch the explosions. You did that, right? The reason that happened is because you flew into this sector of space, and then your ship got lost. So now that your ship has been destroyed, you are only in your capsule, right? So your capsule, it doesn't have anything. Basically, anybody's going to be able to destroy your capsule in one hit. So it's not a good idea to be out here, actually. If anyone really wanted to, if they just seen a capsule flying around, they'd be like, cool, I'm just going to shoot the capsule once, and then you would be destroyed. But then Concord, the police of the space police, would actually come and destroy his ship as well. Pretty interesting. If anybody attacks you in high security space, then the police will come and they'll destroy the attacker's ship. So same thing for you. If you were flying in high security space and you decided, I'm going to attack this person, then the police will come and they will destroy you. Maybe we'll have to do a video on that or something. But that mission has been completed. Your ship has been destroyed. So we just need the civilian warp disruptor. Alright. So we accept the mission, and then we have to actually go back into our ship again. Right? We're in our capsule. We're not in a ship. We're actually in the capsule in our hangar. So now we can double click the Heron to pilot the Heron again. And then we're actually going to have to fit the item he gave us. So we could go to the inventory, and then we could go civilian warp disruptor. So we could just replace these like relic analyzers. I guess we don't need those. We're not scanning anything. So this warp disruptor, it'll stop the enemy from warping. And I guess we could put the stasis web of fire. So the web of fire, it'll stop the enemies from moving. That's what that tower did to us in the one mission. Reduces target ship velocity by 50%. Though I think the tower must have been better because we were reduced by more than 50%. So now that you have your warp disruptor equipped on your ship, now we could undock from the station. And then we could just go do the mission quickly. I think all we have to do is just burn towards the enemy and then warp disrupt him, and then we could leave.
Warp drive
A lot of the missions are really quick, right? Look at him, he just has his transport ship, industrial ship. Increases ship's cargo capacity, inertia modifier. So inertia modifier essentially is just going to help you turn faster in space so you could warp to your destination quicker. So there's a fleeing pirate here. So all we have to do is double click to approach the pirate, and then we just lock onto the pirate. And then once we are within 20 kilometers, we just warp disrupt him. Activate your warp scrambler on him. Mission complete. Dock. So there we go. Mission. That's all you had to do. You just had to use your warp disruptor. And then what this does, if you use it on anybody, they cannot actually warp, right? Because you enjoy your warping away, being able to warp away from the enemies. But eventually, someone's going to use a warp scrambler on you, and then you're not going to be able to warp, and then you're going to be like, oh no, I can't warp anywhere, and then you'll be stranded, and then your ship will be destroyed if you don't destroy the guy who is scrambling you. All the joys of PvP combat. So then, the clip's probably pretty long already. We're just recording, going through the missions. I don't think they're going to be too complicated. Just read what he says. He grants you items usually. You might have to equip it, right? He's going to say you're going to have to repair a ship. So he's going to give you a civilian booster. So we could accept this mission. Granted items. Civilian small remote booster. He's going to tell you you're going to have to repair the ship. But I guess it's a different type of mission, so we should record it. So, civilian small remote shield booster. So it goes up in the high slots. You could take your salvager off, I guess. Don't really need the salvager. We need the civilian remote shield booster. So now it's going to show you how to actually go and help other people. So all of your modules, they help your ship, right? They make your ship better, but there's also modules to help assist other ships for when you're in a big, huge combat situation. You could actually repair other people's ships, right? It's like if your friend is getting attacked, then you could use the shield repair, and then it would actually repair his ship. 32 HP transported per 4 seconds. Cool. So we're gonna find a ship that was stranded out here. He's been damaged, and all you have to do is lock onto the ship and then use your shield repair booster. So we just have to lock on. Maybe we have to go within range. The range is 4,000 meters, so you have to be pretty close to the ship. So there's a damaged vessel over here. You have to repair it. But it needs some repairs before the warp drive will become functional again. Cool. So now we use the remote repair shield booster, and then he'll start repairing his shields. So now that ship is going to be fixed. His systems are operational again. We have functional warp drives. Thank you, pilot. I owe you one. I'm getting out of here. So now we could dock. We helped him. He was stranded in space. He had no hopes left. But then we came and repaired his ship, and then now he could warp away. Now he could go back home. So it was you who saved him. It was you who saved him. He would have been stuck out there forever if you didn't bring the shield repair. So it's not all about combat, right? You didn't destroy any ships. You didn't have to kill anybody. You didn't have to mine anything.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
And then, actually, we forgot about industry, didn't we? Because we collected these ships, so... Here, let's just go to the industry tab. We mined all these minerals, right? So let's make something with them. So I think yesterday we made one type of rocket. Let's make a different type of rocket. We made Inferno light missiles. So if we go here, we go, let's just do light missiles. We'll make light missiles when we can finally use them. So let's make Scourge missiles. I think it was like 10 runs or 20 runs. We'll just make like 2,000 of each of them. So we do need more pyrite. So we can do that just by going to our inventory. We have a whole bunch of pyrite. We could reprocess the scordite. So if we reprocess the scordite, it'll give us 34,000 pyrite, 69,000 titanium. So these are just the asteroids that we mined out in the asteroid belt. Now we're reprocessing them into metals. We always lose a whole bunch of value because we're terrible at reprocessing, but that's alright. So then you reprocess it. Now we have all the resources to actually make these missiles. So job duration 1.5 hours, that's alright. So you can make those. So it'll make 2,000 missiles when it's done. So now we're creating our own ammunition. So we're actually learning about industry and actually learning how to build our own things for later. Later we're going to be able to actually take these missiles and upgrade them to Tech 2 missiles. And same with the blueprints. We're actually going to be able to use all these Tech 1 blueprints, and we'll be able to make Tech 2 missiles and Tech 2 ammunition and Tech 2 ships, but that's a little bit farther away. Not too far away, actually. So let's go to the advanced military. Let's complete the mission. Let's see what he is asking us to do now. Request mission. Let me stress. Oh, this is the one where it wants you to destroy your ship. I'll provide you with a combat frigate, but you have to fit it in your own modules and keep the fittings chip. You're not expected to come out of this one alive, although you have to score at least 1 kill. So he wants to stress the point that he wants you to stay there until your ship has been destroyed. So we could accept this mission. He's going to give you 1 Merlin to fly in this mission. So we could go to our ship hangar and we could use the Merlin that he gave us. So we just assemble the Merlin. And we don't want to equip it with anything too big, right? We are going to lose this ship. So he does tell you can tell because the red bold letters, don't come back here until you have lost your ship against those pirates. So we go to the item hangar. So we don't have anything in the cargo hold of this ship. We don't have anything equipped. Let's just put one simple gun on here. Let's put the light electron blaster on because we're not going to use those things. Those things are pretty much going to be useless to us. Then we can just throw maybe antimatter charges in there. Is that what goes in there? Yep. And then we can go to your heron, because your heron is where all of your ammunition is. So we drag the ammunition over to the Merlin. So now we have a bunch, 200 antimatter charges, so that should definitely be enough. So all we just equipped it is with the one light electron blaster that we're not going to use because it's such close range, and then a little bit of ammunition. So we accepted. Now let's go on dock. Now let's go lose our ship again. So they just make you lose one ship against suiciding, and then they make you lose another ship against a big huge fleet. So it's actually really cool how it happens too. So we were fighting them, and then you'll come back, and then a whole bunch of people will warp in, and then they will scramble you, and then you won't be able to do anything, and then they will destroy you. So one of the better missions of the game, I guess. And eventually you'll be able to go do security missions. That's where the real ISK is, in the high security. Well, the early beginning starting of ISK making, while increasing your standing, preferably with the Caldari Navy, probably. Okay, yeah, it wasn't too hard. So there's just the one pirate here, so all you have to do is get within range. We have close range blasters, right? Optimal range 550 within 2,000. So we're going to have to like keep at range 500 or something. So we're gonna have to try to burn towards them. Hopefully we can reach him. We are gaining distance on him. So we are just approaching him. We just right-clicked him. We said keep at range 500 meters. Because our guns work best within 500 meters. And as long as we're within 2,000, we should be able to destroy the mercenary fighter. And then he's going to be doing damage to us. That's alright, don't worry. he's not going to be the one doing most of the damage. So we're just sitting here kind of in a standstill. Look at him and see what his ship looks like. So he's flying away. Oh, okay, so we're in pursuit of him. Oh, and then he's shooting missiles at us. So he has a missile launcher. Oh, yeah, then it should do a cinematic when he blows up, and then your ship's gonna blow up. Oh, yeah, there goes the ship, there goes the explosion. Then here goes a whole bunch of ships. They come in, they web you, so you cannot really move, right? Your movement speed has been reduced. Webified by 3 spider drones. So you could sit here and you could try to fight them, right? Although they are cruisers, there's a whole bunch of them. Maybe you could defeat them. Maybe you could defeat them. Except that your targeting doesn't work, right? Sensor damage. So you can't even target anything, even though these guys are really close to you. So let's see what's inside this cargo. We can check. So there's some ammunition, there's some metal scraps. Then you literally helpless at this point, right? They just make you completely helpless. Like all these guys are using all these jammers to slow you down. All these guys. These probably stack or something. That's why we can only move 7 miles per second compared to our usual like 330 or 440 or whatever it is. And the sensor damage, so you can't target anybody. Your targeting range is terrible. I think if we show info, maybe it shows all these things. Go to our ship. Show info. Does it show the data attributes or what things are? No, probably not. Oh, maximum targeting range. Yeah, 5,000. So if they're farther than 5,000, you cannot target them. Maximum velocity 7 miles per second. So it does show the effect of things in the attribution window. That's cool. So now they expect you to say your ship has been destroyed. Okay, get out of there. So all the spaces are coming. Now you can go back home to the only station in the system. So now you can go dock. So all these guys, they destroyed your ship. They warped in. You couldn't do anything. You got surrounded. So you lost your ship. So then now we could go back home. And then we could fly a new ship. And he's going to give us another mission. And I don't think it gets any more complicated than that. Just read the text. Maybe equip some module if he tells you to. And then do what he tells you to do. And just dock at the station. So now you're back in your capsule again. You just lost your second ship. Your second ship has been destroyed. Should be docking. Yeah, approaching, docking at the station. Oh, okay, so the ship moves a lot slower, right? Your capsule, it doesn't really have too much movement speed, so it's going to take us a longer time to actually dock. So why isn't it docking at the station? We click dock.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
For some reason it wasn't docking, so you just right click on the station and click dock, I guess. That fixed it. So now we completed the advanced military mission. 5 out of 10. We're halfway done. Request a mission. So now we've got an area riddled with danger interference. So all we have to do is afterburn towards this. So we don't have to hurt any enemies. So we could just go to our ships. We could just go to the Heron ship hangar. Go to the Heron. So the Heron has everything equipped. It has afterburners, right? If we look at the fitting. Yeah. So all we're going to have to do is use the afterburner. And then probably the shield booster to save our shield. So I guess maybe I'll just record all the advanced combat then. I guess maybe it doesn't take too long. We don't know how long is the video.
Warp drive active.
Well, let's well, if we clip the video, then we're gonna get destroyed when we go over there. Oh, okay, and then there's an acceleration gate, and then we just go through the acceleration gate. Oh. There you go. Alright, once you enter the next area, you should see an asteroid station. Head to that as quickly as you can. The area surrounding it will be dangerous. Once you make it to the station itself, you will be safe. So basically, in this pocket of space here, there's going to be this gas that will damage your ship. So anytime you're within the gas, your ship's going to get damaged. So you just double click the asteroid station to approach it. You activate your afterburners. And then when your ship starts taking damage, maybe put on your shields. Small shield booster, because we trained shields to level 1 just for that. The training only took 9 minutes to be able to equip the shield. Oh, our health is going down. So use the shield booster just to make sure your ship doesn't get destroyed. So you can see there's no enemies anywhere here. The only enemy here is the environment itself. So you don't have to worry about enemies, you just have to worry about the space. Space will destroy you. So going 727 miles is much better than going the little bit we did before. So now we go dock up at the station. We're all done here. And our ship turns around and then we go dock up at the station. Alright, so the next mission is going to grant you with a civilian light missile launcher, so that's good. And then you already have some ammunition, except we can't use this ammunition. But they did give you some, I think. Hopefully they did. Civilian Scourge, or you do have to train light missiles, so we were training how to fly the ship. We just put that on just because we were heading off for the night, and we thought it was taking 18 hours. 18 hours was a long time, but then you wake up and then it's down to less than 10 hours already. So we just need a missile launcher operation level 2, and then light missiles 1, that'll take 30 minutes to train. So we can just drag light missile operation 2 up to the top. Then we could just train light missile 1 up to the top. So after these are done training, our ship is going to continue training, but we do need to learn how to use these missiles really quickly. Unless the civilian light launcher doesn't take anything, we're not too sure. Let's go to the ship fitting. Let's check the ship fitting. So he gave us the shield booster, so we don't need the shield booster anymore. We could actually put that in the station hangar. And then he gave us a new item to put up there. Give us the civilian light missile launcher, so we could just equip that in the high power slot. And looks like it does require ammunition, maybe. So we had 100 civilian Scourge missiles. Alright. Yeah, so we could just put those in the Heron's inventory, and then we just had to destroy the enemy with the Scourge missiles. So maybe there's civilian Scourge missiles. Let's just check the ammunition quickly. Ammunition, we're just looking for missiles, light missiles, standard. Huh. So maybe you have to train light missiles up. So at the point of this mission then, just get light missiles. I'll take 30 minutes. So let's just go do this with the civilian missiles since we had them for some reason. I wonder if they give them to you as a reward, or if we just looted them from an enemy or something. Anyways, we will be able to do this quest, so we could just warp to the location. Then the mission says to not use anything else. It says to only destroy him with the missiles. Provide you with the Cathari civilian light missile launcher. I want you to finish him off with it. So you have to use only the missile launcher. So it teaches you about the new item type. This entire time you've just been using hybrid turrets, the rail guns. Now it's going to teach you about the missile launcher. So range within 19 kilometers. As long as this guy is within 19 kilometers, the missiles will hit him. So we just target the enemy, then we shoot him with these Scourge missiles. So we just click it ahead of time, and then it'll start launching them. So now we got our first missile launcher. Oh geez, it did a whole bunch of damage. These are just the civilian Scourge missiles. Geez, in 30 minutes we already made 2,000 missiles for ourselves. We just need to get the missile launchers and the actual ship. Once you're actually done the advanced combat here, they give you a really good ship. So we're all done here. We destroyed him with the missile launchers. Now we can go dock at the station again. Alright, and then the next mission tells you all about fleet combat, right? It tells you about the fleet commander. So it's telling you about PvP combat. So you should read this. It tells you down here, capsular fleets fight each other by focusing their fire on a single enemy ship, killing it swiftly and moving to the next target. So the priority targets, with targets often designated as primary and secondary, will be communicated by the FC and should be heated, so it tells you about PvP combat. Right, so we could undock from the station. All we had to do was pick up the hostages. That's our job. We don't have to attack anybody. The rest of the fleet will attack everybody. So everyone's going to have their own job, right? Everyone has the job to go attack the enemies. Everyone has the job to jam the enemies. So, right, because we got jammed, so we couldn't target anything. And then there's people who have the job to web the enemies, so they can't move anywhere. That's why you couldn't move. And then they have a job as like the commander, so he's going to be in the chat. He's going to be telling you on TeamSpeak or something, like, destroy this target, destroy this target. Here's the primary, here's the secondary target. So it's more complicated later in the game, probably. So the acceleration gate, just go through the acceleration gate. Right, and then they tell you are not to engage unless he gives the order, so you are not fighting any enemies here. You're just the errand boy who goes in and picks up the hostages. Because if you actually read the message, you'll say they got a call that the pirates were going to bring some hostages here. They're going to return them to the Concorde, and then once you get the hostages, then Concorde just destroys the pirates. It's really silly. And just fly towards the cargo container. So he said, I cannot stress this enough. Do not engage anybody. Do not target the enemies. Do not try to attack the enemies. They won't attack you. You just have to go pick up the hostages. Then you just have to return the hostages back at the station. Move in, rescue the hostages. Go, go, go. And then the music usually plays, except we turn the music off because the music is actually copyright. So we did the one song with one video with the battle music, and we disputed it. Like, it's just a gameplay, and it probably will get disputed because copyright claims seem to be pretty easy to override. You just dispute them, and then we'll see what happens. If we can't dispute the Eve battle music, then that's terrible, because we can't have the Eve battle music in our videos. It's just going to be silent space music. There's only one video though, because if we turn on the sound, if we go to settings, if we turn on the music, there'll be battle music. It'll be copywritten, and then we can't get ad revenue. So we turn the music off. Hopefully that 1 second of music didn't do anything. Now we lost all of our ad revenue for this video. It would be nice to have the music, because the music is super sick to listen to. It does make the fighting scenes more interesting, although YouTube doesn't allow it. So we completed the mission. Although if it does allow it, if it's easy to dispute, then we can put the battle music on. We just have to do not get any closer to the Concorde police vessels when using a stasis webifier. Alright, so he gives you a civilian stasis webifier. I think we already have one of these, right? We already have the stasis webifier one, so we should be able to accept the mission, undock. And then our job is only to use this disruption module. So we already used the warp disruptor to stop the ships from warping away. Now we could use the warp scrambler to, is that what it is? Oh, the webifier to stop the guys from moving. So just like they did that to us, right? They made us move like 7 miles per second or 140 miles per second, that tower did. Now you actually can see what that is. It is the stasis webifier. You just target a ship and then their movement speed is reduced. It's super silly. Like, you're not going anywhere. Then you just have to double click to approach the target and then activate your afterburners. And just webify the target when you get within 10 kilometers. So we'll just come back when we're 10 kilometers. It should just be like 30 seconds or something. Less than that, maybe. Oh, and then he does attack you, right? But do not attack him back. Don't attack him. You just get within 10 kilometers. Which should be pretty soon here. And then we can stasis webify him. Alright, I'm standing off. I'll cooperate. Just let me live. So now we could return to the station, right? Yeah, here we go. We could dock at the station again. So that mission was easy. Just webify him so he can't get away, and return to the station. Stand down, good work. Report to me when you get your ready. Concord can take it from here, and then Concord actually comes and destroys the ship, right? So if you wait and if you... Oh, there's the Concord police officer. Yeah, we've seen the Concord police officer. If you sit there and wait, you can see the police officer warp in, and then he destroys the ship, and then he says thank you, and then he leaves you alone. So that was your first interaction with the space police, I guess.
Requested. Docking request accepted.
Now we'll just see what the last two missions are. So now this video is already like basically 40 minutes long. So we click here, we complete the mission, and then request the missions. There's just oh, the final exam, the final one, granted. Okay, so now you get a whole new ship. It just says kill the terrorist leader inside the pleasure hub. So this is going to be the hardest mission yet, but they give you a new ship to fly in. So we don't want the Heron anymore. The Heron, it's not going to do its job. We go to the inventory, we can unfit the Heron. So maybe we have to figure out how to fit the Comrade then, right? We could go to the Heron, we could strip all of the fitting. Yeah, strip fitting from the Heron. We don't need anything in there. Take everything from the inventory, put it into the item hanger. Then we can stack all. So now we can go to the ship hangar. So we got the Comrade. We got our first destroyer, I believe. Everything else that we've flown so far has been a frigate. So this one can hold like 7 guns, I believe, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, turret hardpoint 7. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a missile launcher. So this can have 7 projectile turrets and 1 missile launcher. So it's going to increase your damage considerably. So this ship is probably amazing compared to what you had before. So if we're just putting like a 125mm rail guns on this thing. And then even if we go right click, we go view market details, we probably want to buy another 5 of these if they're in the station. Oh, here we go, station 22,000, that's a good price. We wanted 5 of them. 112,000 ISK, that's alright. Considering it's going to increase the damage. So we just got 5 rail guns. We could just drag all of them. So considering that now all of your ships have only had 2 weapons, right? So now this ship's going to have 8 weapons. It's a huge boost. And then eventually we could use the light missile launcher, right? Or can we use the light missile launcher? Do we have the requirements, or is it the same requirements as the other thing? Light missile launcher 1. So the requirements. Light missile is 17 minutes. So we'll be able to use this in 17 minutes. So we just go to the marketplace, buy one for 41,000. That seems alright. Chosen to buy above market. Alright. So then eventually when we train light missiles, we'll be able to actually put this on. Light missile launcher. Yeah, once you're training missiles, just put the light missile launcher. I guess we could just put it on. It won't be activated until we learn the skill, but then we could enable it. Then we could even put ammunition and then missiles and everything. So we'll just go with the iron charges. Well, we don't know how close everything's going to be. Usually you start with the antimatter charges just in case you get jumped. And then we could group all weapons here at the end just so it fills everything with the antimatter charges. Here we go. Then we just drag these into our Comrade, our new vehicle. And then the ammunition. So we had a bunch of Inferno light missiles. We'll just throw these in here for when we could finally use them. And then we just need a shield. Then we just need more overdrive injectors to increase our speed. So we'll just equip this ship and then maybe end the video or something. Or the last mission's not too far. It's just the, well, if it's an hour-long video, that's alright, I guess. Then we just put the civilian afterburner. That's helped us pretty good. And then, not too sure, we just got the small shield booster, the afterburner. Maybe the civilian kinetic shield. So now our ship is ready to go. We have a whole bunch of ammo. We have 7 guns equipped. New gun once we could finally use it. Then we have antimatter charges for close combat and iron charges for long range combat. Railgun antimatter charge. Oh, why is the range higher? Does this ship give a higher range or something? traits, small hybrid turret optimal range. So this vehicle, it's going to be able to shoot things from a lot farther away, so that's really good. The optimal range was like 5,000 on the other ship, now it's like 10,000 on this ship. Amazing. So now we accepted this mission, and then just do the final mission, just go destroy the enemies. Alright, so yeah, we'll just do the final mission, it'll be alright. So we just take our new ship out, now we got 7 weapons, confirm undocking, 1 module is offline. We're training how to use it, we'll know how to use that module in 10 minutes. So it's equipped on this ship, we could put it online in space, so maybe this mission will take more than 10 minutes. I think it actually took a while the other time we did it. Though we didn't have as much experience the first time we did it, because we were just getting back into the game again. So all these buttons down on the bottom, you could drag them anywhere over here to move them, right? So if they're all the way over here, maybe you want to drag them over here. Maybe you want to put the afterburner up here or something. So we just arrived at the point. So scanners are picking up 3 hostile agents. Move in and destroy them. So there should be 3 hostile agents coming in. So we might want to back away, right? So let's just do the iron charges because they're so far away. Unless they close in really closely. So the iron charges would have the better range. Oh, 36 kilometers to 31 kilometers. Wow. Iron charge is quite a big, huge range boost compared to the other one. The other one was like 29 kilometers or something. And so even though we have 7 guns shooting at them, these enemy ships, they're still surviving, right? Because these are 200,000 ISK. So now you can see how destroying the enemy ships themselves will actually give you a whole bunch of ISK as well. Let's activate the shield booster, see if it'll help us. And then he's almost destroyed, and then we just got the other ship there. Then actually, more ships are probably going to warp in. So is this guy worth the same? No, he's weaker. So he was the strongest ship. The other guys are weaker ships. Oh, we completed the mission. Docks. We don't have to stay here. We destroyed him. The terrorist leader has been destroyed. You could go loot the ship and salvage it if you want, but it's not going to be really worth anything too much. You're going to be going up to level 2 and level 3 security missions. Oh, and then since that mission got completed so quickly, we could actually just end the video. So it's not going to be an hour-long video. Amazing. Pretty close to an hour, though. So we completed all of the advanced military missions. So all of the career agents are complete. Now you don't have any career agents to go to. Now you're going to have to go out in actual space and find different agents to find. And then maybe figure out what kind of career did you want to do. Did you want to do mining, which probably isn't worth it, or industry, which probably isn't worth it, or did you want to do science, which probably isn't worth it? Well, it is worth it. It's just you're going to be spending so much time looking at all the numbers and trying to figure out how to maximize your ISK per hour. You won't actually be playing the game, so instead you could fly your ship and do missions and then earn ISK and standings, and then later eventually go to nullsec and then earn more money. Or I think even high security there's more money making options, maybe just running sites or something. But for now, we completed all of the career agents. We got a new super sick ship that can hold 7 weapon turrets and 1 rocket launcher. Soon we'll be able to actually use the rocket launcher in 6 minutes. And then our ship is going to be done training, the Caldari Cruiser 3, and then the Caldari Battle Cruiser will be trained to level 1, so we can fly that. And then we'll be able to train everything besides ships. So there we go, basic combat. Eventually, we'll be able to get to an even bigger ship with even bigger guns.